All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. This will be taken short. And nice work on the return as he'll... Start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you?
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Detroit! 4 down, check, 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. And Stafford's going to take it himself. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Matthew Stafford, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
The pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Christian Covington in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, check.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. That one goes for 24 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! Over!
Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased down, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Lamar Jackson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now it's Stafford. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people get credit for tackles.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this down to the 35. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And a nice carry there, 15 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
22!
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Spins past it and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
third down. Here's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Stay 50, stay 50. Zero. Hey, 22. 10, 10. Double, 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 set.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, this from 37. And Gano's kick is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Hot!
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Give me there. Hey. Go here. Undercook. Hey. 21. Double.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. To Barkley on the check down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
They go play action with Jackson. Open man is Uzama. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Stafford. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And now out come the Giants. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On second down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch him now, Barney.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey.
And the blitz does come. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 11 and a first down. Now it's Breida. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Watch it now, Barney.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Chandler Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He'll get it up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, thinking about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was affected, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. give running left. It's McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, tag 32, tag 32. Like 7. Tag 55.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 62 yards. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Over.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be taken short. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
McCaffrey. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Set. 180. Hey. 32.
They snap it to Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Connor. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here we go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. McCaffrey following the penalty. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Hyde in the game. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Panthers on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run with McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Drill right, 22. Go here.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. And Gano's kick is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Back to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Go here. 21.
Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Hey, go here.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Tag 50 left.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now Doug Marrone, with the play clock almost out, says let's take a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. They pitch it out to Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Two minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. All right, here we go. The field goal unit staying on the sideline here in OT. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go with Johnson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. He'll get it up the middle. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. McCaffrey. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Gano's kick is right through. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Carolina, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6.